Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back to making videos. So today's video we'll be looking at a few things or mindsets that you will need to get rid of if you want to grow your hair. Most of the time they're toxic mindsets and healthy mindsets that you need to have, but these are easy mindsets and they're not really that complicated. Once you get used to them, you realize that they're quite easy to incorporate, and some of them you might be doing them unknowingly, but they're just quite easy. So our first one is hair grows fast. Most of the time, you need to really let go of this mindset that your hair will grow fast. When I started my natural hair journey, I've been natural my whole life, but like doing things of actually taking care of my hair. I started taking care of my hair when that was like 2016, and I was like in the sixth grade and there were no videos, but my hair would still grow and I managed to retain length. And then 2021, that was when I was in the 11th grade. That's when I first got my phone because my parents are quite strict. And that's when I started seeing natural hair videos, and that's when I learned how to take care of my hair. And throughout all of that, up to now, I've only managed to retain collarbone length hair. I've had a few setbacks. My hair would fall out because of experimenting, but growing natural hair requires patience. Your hair won't grow within months of starting to take care of it. That's impossible. Yes, hair does grow all the time. Hair grows every month. The only problem comes on how to retain length, and that's mostly the goal that I have for this year. And I've managed to learn how to retain length. This year so far, we've reached collarbone length. But most of the time, you really have to look into what will work for you. Hence, why you really need to have patience in growing your natural hair. It's not just going to take one day, it's going to take a lot of time, but sometimes it will be easy, and I'll guide you guys along the way if you're interested in growing your hair. Our second point is you automatically have curly hair. Sorry to burst your bubble, not everyone's going to have curly hair once they start taking care of their natural hair. That's just, some people have coily hair, some have kinky hair, and there's nothing wrong with that. For me, I'm not going to follow that all type 3A to AB. I don't really think that chart is accurate because one person can have different types of hair types in their head. So I just feel there's only straight, wavy, curly, coily, and kinky hair. Nothing after that. That's how I use my guide for hair. So it's not automatic that you have curly hair, and your goal shouldn't be, oh, I'm going to take care of my natural hair because I want to have curly hair, because you're going to get depressed. And that notion shouldn't be there that you need to have curly hair to be natural. Yes, we've seen that majority of the hair influencers have curly hair, but that's just them. That can't be you. But if you want to go perm your hair to get a curly set, you do you. But if you're trying to be natural, I highly advise that you should embrace your texture, because not everyone's going to have a looser texture, and every hair types are beautiful and unique, regardless if it's kinky, coily. And you complain that you need kinky hair representation. You can be your own representation. It doesn't automatically mean someone else has to do that for you. And then our third one would be product over routine. You have to get rid of the mindset that only products are going to help you with learning how to take care of your hair. Majority of the time, the biggest thing that will play into how you take care of your hair is the routine that you have. Regardless of how many products you change, if you have a consistent routine, your hair is going to know what to do. If you don't have a set routine, your hair won't grow. Hair does grow all the time, but to retain length, you need to have a set routine. And that's something that you have to get into your head. So we've looked at hair grows fast. You have to let go of that mindset. 2, you automatically have curly hair when you start your natural hair journey. You also have to let go of that mentality. And three, product over routine. A routine is way better than have natural hair products. You can buy all the products in the world, but if you don't have a set routine, nothing's going to happen, even if you use a magic growth oil. And then our first point would be take care taking care of your hair shouldn't be a chore. I know that most of the time we think that when we start taking care of our hair, it needs to take hours upon hours upon hours of doing our hair. That's actually false. You can have a wash day which just requires 1 hour. There's nothing wrong with that. And I can obviously help you with creating a routine that's going to last that long. And most of the time, you should think of it as doing your hair should be relaxing and not stressful. If you start doing it as stressful, you won't want to do your hair. Many of you make the mistake of wanting your hair to be a full blown chore when you can just create a simple routine and shorten the hours that you wash your hair. That's also going to be enough. It doesn't mean your hair won't grow. Just as long as your scalp is clean, it's good enough. In point five, you have to stop hiding your hair. I know a lot of times people say, no, if you're constantly braiding your hair will grow. Your hair can't grow if it's always hidden. And also, even if it does grow, you won't like how your hair will look once it's not hidden. You have to learn to love your hair. I'm not saying that your natural hair journey will be easy all the time. Even I have days that I don't deal with my hair. It doesn't mean I hate it. You just have to first start practicing by wearing your hair out 2 weeks out of each month. You'll gain more confidence if you keep doing that. And most of the time, you won't learn how to properly take care of your hair if you don't leave it out for a period of time. If it's always hidden, you won't want to deal with it. Regardless if it's knotless braids, wigs, every time you look at your hair, to feel like an alien on your head. And on top of that, you just be getting frustrated and having mental breakdowns because you won't appreciate what God gave you on your head. And I feel like it's a blessing to have hair that's afro because it's versatile. I'm not saying by all means that you should stop manipulating your hair, but like for now, get used to seeing your hair. And then six, get comfortable with not doing trendy hairstyles or styles that are cool. Sadly, to grow your hair or to learn how to manage your hair, you don't have to do trendy hairstyles. I know they say that knotless braids and these other things do grow your hair, but I feel if you don't see your hair and you're doing trendy hairstyles which don't allow you to see your scalp, you're not going to get used to noticing what's good for your hair and what isn't good for your hair. Because I've observed, for me, I'm a strong believer that mini braids and mini twists do grow hair, and I feel they're very versatile because they allow you to wash your hair and be able to moisturize and keep track of how your hair health is going. And even if we have to learn to remove the mindset as a whole society that for your hair to look like it's acceptable, it has to be in an intricate hairstyle. This is what has made us not love looking at afro hair. Because every time we say afro hair, we keep saying it's unkept, all because of these trendy hairstyles. We should normalize walking out in an afro, mini twists, mini braids, and even cornrows. They're not childish. Despite they're not trendy, they don't look cool, they don't look cute, they don't look aesthetic. That's our heritage and our hair. It's just speaking from an African point of view. So you have to get comfortable with not doing them if you'd love to grow your hair. You can do mini braids and these are styles once in a while, but that's just my take. So that's all for today. If you have any more tips on what mindset shifts will help beginner naturals, you can drop them in the comments. And if you'd like me to give a simple routine for beginners, comment routine and I'll make a video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and also follow my Instagram. I also started posting there frequently nowadays. Bye, my lovelies. Remember, all hair types are beautiful and no hair type is better. There's no such thing as good or bad hair. Bye.